Hello YouTubers, hello Earth, hello everybody out there in the infinite universes of all that is, but especially to Earthlings, humans. I want to touch on something that I haven't touched on the way I've been wanting to as of yet, and that has to do with Agartha, which is our inner Earth. In my last interviews and commentaries, I've been speaking a lot about what's going on outside, what's going on up there around us, and from different star systems, different solar systems, different planets, different beings from different solar systems and planets. But I want to touch on what's happening within inside of our planet right now. You see, in school, we're taught that our Earth is solid with an iron core and liquid magma and tectonic plates surrounding it with a surface crust, and a lot of that's true, yeah. Half, maybe half, if you will. The truth is that our Earth is hollow. The North Pole and the South Pole are gateways, or access ways, or doorways, or entrances, if you will, into the center of the Earth. That's why, if you ever noticed, jets, planes, fighter pilots, the government does not fly over the North Pole, and they don't fly over the South Pole. Now, why would that be? Because there's civilizations down there that say, X no on the hombre, homeboy. You ain't flying over here. We got civilizations down here. A lot of ships go missing. A lot of planes go missing if they disobey that simple rule of the universe. Okay? Before the Mayans, before the Incans, before the Egyptians, before a lot of these ancient civilizations, I would suggest, there were two primary ones. One being the Atlanteans, and two being the Lemurians. Excuse me. Now, the thing about the human race, if you track it back as far as you can go, it exists and it comes from the system of Lyra. Okay? Lyra, however you want to say it in your own tongue. It doesn't matter to me. It's the same to me. However, the result is this. All these civilizations just disappeared. Okay, yeah, they left their trinkets, their pots, their pottery, and their bracelets, and their necklaces, and their headdresses, and a couple tombs here and there, but it never really panned out to much. These guys have been scraping around and dusting with their little brushes for thousands of years. Archaeologists have been doing so many thousands upon thousands of hours of research trying to figure out what happened. Well, some of them ascended up with the galactic members of the Federation and became galactic humans, and some took refuge in the center of the Earth, which is Agartha. Okay? Agartha is what I want to touch upon right here and right now. If you've ever seen excuse me, frog in my throat. Hold on one second. Much better. If you've ever seen Journey to the Center of the Earth, or anything of that nature, there's worlds down there. Yes, there's dinosaurs. Yes, there's unicorns. Yes, there's dragons. Yes, there's fairies. Yes, there's beings that look like us, except physically stronger, a little bit taller than us, that vibrate on a fifth dimensional frequency, not a third and fourth. Yes, there are. A lot of them come and go as they wish. They have the technology similar, not quite as elaborate as the Galactic Federation and other star nations do, but they're their technology is free energy based. Okay, it's of electromagnetic propulsion systems. It can control the electromagnetic frequencies and environment of any place that they're in. Well, what does that mean? They travel for free. Okay. What's happening is there's been a collaboration with the Galactic Federation of Light, which is over 200,000 star nations strong. They've been here to help and assist us in the ascension of the human race according to its divine creed by God, Goddess, Supreme Source of all that is, whatever you want to call it. It's the mighty of all that is. Okay, gave a direct order to intervene. You have to remember, this has been a planet of freedom of will for the last over 13,000 years. So they've rewritten over it. It's like veto, new things have changed, we need to implement this, so we need to go and do what we need to do. Obama has pressured to disclose the information that we're not alone. If he does not do this, well, that's okay, because they will do it on their own. What does that mean? It means that very soon, in our now to near future, we're going to be contacted by beings that look like us, talk like us, walk like us, but aren't from here, to remind us that, hey, there is a better way, you're not alone, yada yada effing ya. Okay? There's going to be different stages. There's going to be the initial first, second, third, fourth stage, and I can kind of go into that. But the people that are in power right now, they're going to go away. There's going to be a transition of government. Okay? First and foremost, there will be an abundance program set in. Okay? Which means every man, woman, and child will have a manifestation device. What does that mean? A replica device, a replication device. What does that mean? It means it can create food, clothing, housing, and we're also going to be given free energy, which means that we're going to be given light ship technology, which means that we're not going to have to pay to go anywhere. So imagine in your mind's eye, you work a 9-to-5 job, you know, doing the grind, hustling, making your money however you can, to not having to worry about money ever again, to having so much money that money isn't even an idea in your mind, that you just can do what you want to do when you want to do it. Say you've always wanted to be a chef, a doctor, a lawyer, a bank, whatever you wanted to do, okay? Let's say you wanted to be a doctor. This is your mastery program to where you graduate, to where then now you have everything at your disposal to be the doctor that you've always dreamed to be. For me, I love animals. I can tell you about any animal in the world. I mean, there's always animals being discovered. I get that every day. But I'm like a Steve Irwin, if you will, without the cool accent, okay? Bless his soul, rest his soul. I cried when he passed. When he graduated, so to speak, because he was an awesome dude. But long story short, that was my dream job. To wrestle with the reptilians, so to speak. Been doing it for eons. So, but yeah, the Agarthans, they have schools in inner Earth, and they dwell within crystal cities. So, a lot of the people are going to choose that they're not ready to be a galactic member of the society in, you know, the higher realms. They're going to be more like from the premise of I need a tutorial. I need to figure this out because this is a lot to process, you know. Within a few short months, we're going to be going from where we're at now to having technology that is so surpassing ours, but works also hand in hand with ours. It does one of these. and does one of these. So it's like it's in synchronicity with what we're about. Let me give you an example. Okay. Boom. Okay, so let's say you have a computer, right? And you've been using the old dial-up system for a while. Okay, that's cool, fine. Then they come out with a bigger cable to where you have more bandwidth. You plug that in, and boom, whoa, you're online, and you're like miles per minute, and you're going, this is way cooler than, and you have to wait and all that stuff. Remember that? Remember that? I do, and it sucked. And now it's like, okay, well, you have the internet, but now you have a little wire, a little antenna that comes out of your card that you have to manually insert inside your tower. Well, okay, and that was that, and it got the signal from your nearest neighbor if you were cheating, or from the closest tower, or the closest T4 unit, or whatever you want to call it. Bottom line is imagine that, but then imagine the new one you can get, which it's just a little chip that you just insert into the back of your USB, and now you get wireless like that. So their technology coincides with our technology. It's just most of us have to have this training program set into motion to prepare us for the upcoming events, because a lot of us are still old school, still stuck in our old paradigms, in our old belief systems. Oh my gosh, there's so many people that are going to have a hard time with this, but that's what I'm here for. That's what you guys are here for. Thank you so much for all your hard work and service. They're going to look to us for answers. Trust that. There are going to be multitudes upon multitudes of people that are going to be clueless about what's going on, and it's going to be up to us, the ambassadors, the leaders, the masters, the way showers, the starseeds, the indigos, the teachers of light. I mean, you name it. Like, the Agarthans are cool because they're just like us, except more highly evolved. They live in the earth, but they also live in the ocean. If you ever saw the movie The Abyss, not the TV version because they cut out the good stuff, but the director's cut, to where like you actually see like there's civilizations underneath the ocean that are like, hey man, war's not cool. Like, you're destroying yourselves. There's a better way, and if you don't do this better way, we're going to use our water technology and we're going to floor you. I'm not saying that's what they did to Japan. I'm just suggesting that there are beings that live internally as opposed to externally, and they have a lot to teach us and a lot to remind us of, because the Lemurians went to the center of the earth to survive. You have to remember, when the Anunnaki came here, they enslaved the surface races, okay, to do their bidding. There was a huge radiation explosion on their planet, and they needed to mine gold to put in their ozone layer to protect them from the UVB-A and UVB rays of their two suns, because they had two suns, not one. And the list goes on for I can talk for thousands of years since I've done it. I've been here, I've saw it, and I'm trying to sub it up with YouTube, and it's tough, but I do what I can. So, some chose to take off in motherships, some chose to go into the center of the earth, and they've been there ever since. In the center of the earth, they don't see the stars like we do. They don't see the external sun like we do. They see very cool, kind of hazy central sun, if you will, when they're going to bed at night. They don't see stars like we do. Their fauna, their plant life, completely different than ours. Completely different. I'm a soul from Sirius, which means that if you ever looked in Sirian, Pleiadian, Andromedan, Arcturian, blah fucking blah, if you've seen the movie Avatar, you're gonna kind of get a visual idea of like what kind of stuff is going on in the center of the center of our planet. It's beautiful. I mean, these cities are of pure crystal. There's chambers in there for millions of souls. Their population exceeds 1 billion down in there. Okay? And these are rejuvenation chambers. These are educational chambers. The list goes on and on. But you're going to notice that the aging process is going to stop. Your cells are going to start to rejuvenate because they're going to be vibrating at a much faster pace. So much good stuff is happening. And I'm sorry that it's been such a long day. I've seen a lot, experienced a lot, I've been through a lot, but I'm doing my best to remind you guys to stay on course, to keep your focus right on point, and live the reoccurring mundane dream, except for the fact that it's going to change in a twinkling of an eye, and before you know it, you're going to be going, Master D, what's this? What's that? How can I do this? How can I do that? Yeah, I'll be like, calm down. It's going to be okay. I love you guys, but I just want to talk about Inner Earth because they're amazing. They look like we do. They talk like I do. I mean, if you're talking to somebody and you look around in the corner and they're disappeared, chances are you were talking to an Agarthan. They have these little handy devices. It's almost like it reminds me of one of those cell phones that goes and they talk like a walkie-talkie cell phone. They just touch a button and they're gone, man. And it's cool, but you know, if you're not used to that, it's like, where'd he go? You know? So, life is good. Keep up the good fight. Party's almost here. Get ready to celebrate. I'm ready to celebrate. Always got a drink in hand. Gotta take out that edge. Too many dead bodies today. But, love you guys. Thank you for all your hard work and dedication behind the scenes. And peace, love, and namaste. And if anything else comes up, Crystal Cities, Agartha, there's dinosaurs down there, but they're cool. They're all telepathic, by the way, too. That's another thing. That's another cool thing. And they're going to teach you how to be more telepathic. And so will they. So you're going to have two choices. Either A, you're going to go straight up with the mothership, or you're going to go into the center of the earth while Mother Earth cleanses herself, because a lot of life isn't going to be able to survive on the surface while the transition is happening, because she's going to be cleansing. She's going through her birth pains, and all the fauna. Don't worry about any of your pets, your animals, your babies. All the fauna, every type of plant, animal, life form. I mean, these motherships are hundreds of miles long. They sustain millions of beings, let alone. I don't even want to go there because it'll take me another 10 minutes. But yeah, don't worry, life is good. They've done it countless times to countless planets throughout the eons of time. So life is good. Keep up the good fight. I love you guys. Peace out. Have a great night. Namaste. Hey.